Welcome back, everybody. Back in the kitchen with Chef Kurt from Hagemeister Park. They are rolling out a brand new menu for the Mardi Gras season, and we're doing some surf and turf. This is New Orleans style. This dish I'm really excited about. A little steak with shrimp and then a fun different twist on hollandaise sauce. And Chef right now is working on the hollandaise sauce, which we started earlier. So what have we done so far?
I have egg yolks in here, a little Worcestershire lemon juice, and Tabasco sauce, okay? And I just cooked it over a double boiler until you can see that the eggs have kind of set, you know, almost like a custard.
So it gets thick, basically.
Yeah, it gets
a nice bright yellow, too.
You have to keep moving it throughout there, otherwise you're going to have scrambled eggs.
Okay,
and
we don't
that's
want
not going
that.
to work.
Okay.
I'm going to sneak around. Amy's going to grill the steaks.
Yep, these are
and the lobster.
And this is basically
those are
two tenderloin medallions?
Two tenderloin medallions, yes.
And then this is just the meat from
a
some
4-ounce
small
lobster tail, yep.
And then we've got some artichoke hearts here, too.
Right.
So this is a kind of a fancy seafood.
Right, and again, if you wanted to, you could, you know, substitute shrimp for that.
Sure.
Just as well as lobster, you know, save a little bit on the cost.
Okay, so now we're going, I think hollandaise is something that frightens a lot of people. I know it frightens me.
It does, you know, I mean, I've been making it for 20 years plus, so I got many, many batches under my belt.
So at this point, we've got some melted clarified butter, which we took a bunch of butter, melted it down, and then we took the foam, the solids.
Yeah, the stuff on the top, and there's a little bit in here, is basically salt. Okay.
So we want to get rid of that.
Yeah, you get rid of the salt, and then down on the bottom of it, you want to leave it alone too, because you can see it's the white stuff down there.
Yeah.
That's the milk part of the butter.
Okay.
So you're looking just for the yellow stuff.
Okay.
And then what I did real quickly, one thing you got to do is you always got to have a little bit of water handy while you're making hollandaise sauce.
Okay.
Because you can see I thinned it down a little bit already.
Okay.
And each egg yolk that holds about 3 ounces to 4 ounces of butter. Okay. So as you're stirring gently, that's when you're adding the butter. And you can't go too hard or fast. It'll separate and or break. So.
Kind of a
this is the tricky part of making hollandaise right here. And again, if it does panic you to try and do that, there is the packages out there that you can buy in the grocery store, you know, that are a lot less say trickier.
Right, they're a no-brainer.
Right.
But once you get the swing of it, it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, it's not a real difficult process.
And if it gets lumpy, I've thrown it in the blender, and that can help too.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm just going to add a splash more water here, and then probably one more scoop of butter.
Okay.
And we'll have enough sauce béarnaise. And actually, the derivative of hollandaise sauce for béarnaise is the addition of tarragon. And I have a little bit of that right here, and that's what we're going to be adding to the hollandaise sauce after it's whipped up here. And then it'll be sauce béarnaise.
And what made it a little bit different is, in a little Cajun, is we had the Worcestershire sauce and the Tabasco sauce.
Absolutely.
Both of those, the Tabasco and Worcestershire. So that's going to give it a little bit different flavor than the traditional béarnaise or hollandaise.
Right. Now
again, this is on the menu through Fat Tuesday, a full, you know, several different menu items, including crawfish cakes we did earlier, jambalaya, gumbo, shrimp po' boy, a Ragin' Cajun pasta dish.
Right.
So now we're adding the tarragon.
Just a little bit of tarragon, yep. And again, it's you know, somewhat to your taste, and you know, if you like a lot, add a lot. If you like a little, add a little. And that's sauce béarnaise right there.
And there's lemon juice. Did we already put that in there?
Yeah, I already had that in there also. That's correct.
So we're just waiting for our steaks to cook a little bit. Our
artichokes and lobster are looking greatly grilled, yeah.
And so we're just going to give the steak just a minute or so, and then how about we finish it to the plate when we come back? Does that sound
great.
good?
Perfect.
Again, Cajun menu now through Fat Tuesday at Hagemeister Park, downtown Green Bay.